Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Thingamajigs Racing channel. We're here with Virtual Racers Club for their 2.5-hour race. What a palaver. What a palaver. About 4 or 5 times I've tried to start the stream, and it just kept coming back with some sort of error. So I was panicking there, people. I was panicking that we weren't going to get a stream going, and they're hard to do off a replay, a 2.5-hour race. Oh dear. Oh, that's all right. It looked like YouTube was having troubles. So yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed that everything goes okay. But YouTube really didn't want to play game at the beginning of this. Right then, what are you looking at? I'll tell you. It's the Virtual Racers Club. About 4 times a year, they hold a special race, a 2.5-hour race. I think this one's like 88 laps. They've worked out is going to be what the that sort of time frame is, and it's a multi-class race. They're racing Group 1 cars and Group 3 cars. We covered qualifying. That certainly isn't Pat's car. Oh, he's parked next to Skyjacker. They're just showing up. We're going to be racing in about 3 minutes, 4 minutes, so we'll get all this information. Yes, we streamed the qualifying last round, and I mean last week, last Friday. Which I've got the grids. We'll quickly read that out. Yeah, we're on it, aren't we? We didn't just have like a real mare trying to get onto YouTube, so we're all of a fuddle. But Pat has given us such a great graphic here. So for the Group 1 cars, they're using the Bugatti, and then there's the Group 3 cars is a nice mixture of different Group 3s. So Binko put it on pole for the Group 1s with a 39.9. Talleyrand second with a 40.3. Then we have Racer Brown in third with a 40.37. So very close, 3-4 for Talleyrand. Matt Psycho qualified fourth with a 140.7, but he has had to pull out of the race because his nose hurts. Pat is in fourth, and he qualified with a 141.1, and Bazza was unable to make qualifying. And doesn't to me look like he's made the race either. So there is no Bazza there, is there, that we can see? So the Baz, because of work, I believe, unable to be here. Then in the Group 3s, Liam Anfield has put it on pole. That's L. Williams to me and you, the likes of me and you. Skyjacker in second, 4 tenths off of the Porsche, and Skyjacker in his Audi. Kuikarp in the Audi is third. And then in fourth, we have Big Dan in a Porsche. Alohi is in 11th in a Ferrari. Jamie Dodger 12th, but he not 12th. Oh god, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6th in a Ford, but I don't think he can make it because he's still at work. Jokus is 7th. He's in a Ferrari, and Mex Flex Og is 8th in the Group 3s, but neither of them were there for qualifying. So, yes, that's how it looks. I know that was a mess. Sorry, guys. Let's just get into this, shall we? We'll wing it, as we usually do. Always. It's the only way. So, Pat in the Bugatti, he's just chilling. Oh, he just got absolutely sent into another realm. Kuikarp in his Audi, getting a bit of practice in. No, he's going for a bomb. Oh, got to be careful what we say. I don't know. If you believe TikTok, you're not allowed to mention the war. They'll put you in jail for Islamist hate. So I'm being very good tonight. There'll be none of that shenanigans. There'll be none of that. It's a lovely place, full of lovely people. You have to feel for them, what they're going through at the moment. Little orcs. talk of Tatooine. There'll be no talk of Tusken Raiders. Although I'm talking about Star Wars. Yes, Skyjacker, noted. I like to start a race with an R, ready. Why is a little bit sort of passive, if you ask me. It's like, why? But R is, I'm ready. I'm raring. I'm raging. Yeah. So I have a preference for the R's, but Skyjack, he likes a Y to start with. The two Audis lined up then. Looking splendid. Big Dan drifting his Porsche. That's not how you don't want to do that. That's not how it's done. Big circle. And another handbrake. Oh, lovely. And I thought he was just going to reverse that one right down the barrel then. And looking at the crowd, they don't seem that impressed, do they? You think they'd be a bit more like, oh, look, someone's giving us some donuts. Let's look. Them three are walking up the stairs. They're off. They're going off to get, well, not a beer, I'd assume, here. A soft drink, maybe. Come on, Dan. They're walking away. It's a nice livery, though. That is absolutely sleek, isn't it? Oh, Lohi. Where is he? He's in his Ferrari. Let's hope he makes the pit stops when he needs to make the pit stops. Oh, let's catch up with the chat. Pat saying hey there. Ian is wise femininely. Ian also saying hi, by the way. Well, hello. Pat saying Shania Twain in the crowd, clearly not impressed that much. No. So we are just winding up now to set up the grid, as you see. Oh, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Binko on pole, Talleyrand in second, RB in third, Pat in fourth. They're your Group 1 runners. Williams is in pole in the Porsche. Audi second for Skyjacker. Koikap is third. Big Dan fourth. Lohi fifth. Jokas. Oh, first look at Jokas. Nice Ferrari. Right, the tyres. Mediums all around. No, Pat's going soft. He's gone bold. So Binko leads them away then for 88 laps of the Marina. And RB dropping back a little bit from the Binks. Already Talleyrand trying to fend off Pat, who's on those nice soft tyres. Then we've got Williams. Skyjacker staying with him very tight. Skyjacker and Williams both starting on the soft tyre. Close there, under braking. Skyjacker looking around the outside. It's not happening here. And Williams then holds on to that lead just about, though. Skyjacker crawling all over the rear derriere. Looks like Pat's making a move on the Talleyrand now, with those soft tyres, going for gold up the inside on the first lap. No, stays behind. Still there though. Oh, nearly found a little entrance there mid-corner, but the door was slammed shut. RB getting on with business, trying to chase down the Binks. So far, Williams now has been, oh, it is close between Sky's just about pipped it on the Porsche and got his nose in front. Williams drops in behind for the tow and ready to line him up. Koikap third, being chased by the other Porsche of Big Dan. Big Dan looking very feisty there. Soft tyres. Oh no, Koikap's on the mediums. Koikap opting for a longer run this first stint. And Big Dan seeing if there is anything available there. And the problem is he's getting backed up by the medium runner into Lohi, the Ferrari, and Joker's also there in the Ferrari, just keeping track. He knows it's a long race. There's no need to ruin those tyres. Lap 1. Binko building a nice healthy lead, 2.8 seconds on RB. RB's dropped back to the Talleyrand. Talleyrand on the medium tyres, RB on the medium tyres. They are equal footage between the two Group 1 runners, and they're very tight together. And Pat on those soft tyres, sticking with them all of the way. Skyjacker still leads. He's pulled out half a second on Williams at the moment. With Koikar under threat still from Big Dan. Big Dan crawling all over his rear derriere, looking for a crack in the Audi's armour, looking for a way to get by. You can see that the two ahead are starting to pull a lead out of these guys. He's got to stay with them. He's got to stay relevant in this fight. He'll be doing a shorter stint than Koikar. Koikar will be happy all the time. He can keep a soft runner behind him. And at the moment, he's got both Ferraris and a Porsche stuck up in his rear derriere. Big Dan then, sniffing and whiffing. Koikar giving nothing away at the moment, driving a very strong race. This is the move. Big Dan seen an opportunity and used that grip advantage against the Audi, but the Audi back up the inside of Big Dan now, and Big Dan lost that place to the Audi, to Koikar. Very clever racing from Koikar at the moment, sticking to his line and not being pressured into any kind of mistakes. Meanwhile, Skyjacker and RB's dropped back. RB has dropped back to the back of that. He was in second, but Talleyrand somehow now has got ahead of RB. A small mistake maybe from the RB. He's lost ground on the other two Group 1 cars. Binko up to 4.8 seconds now. He's in a realm of his own. Skyjacker and Williams duking it out for the lead of the Group 3 class. With Koikar keeping Big Dan behind. Big Dan, is he going for another lunge on the Koi? Up the insides. Can it stick this time? Can he keep it together? Big Dan with the Koikar all up in his rear derriere. And Koikar has to be very wary of the Ferrari that's looming in the periphery. And if Koikar wants to try and send this, it's got to be perfect. Oh, and a break in there, Big Dan keeps that advantage on Koikar. As now Low-High is in the fight. With soft tyres. And Joker's just 1.6 seconds behind these guys. And without being at the qualifying, he's on the back foot. Skyjacker still leading. We're on lap 3 for the Group 3s. We're on lap 4 for the Group 1s. Binko goes fastest of everyone. With Talleyrand in second. Pack staying within a second of Talleyrand. Keeping Talleyrand honest as he goes. But tyre wear not too bad. Tyre wear's not too bad on them soft tyres for Pat at the moment. And he might be able to keep it with the mediums all the way. RB, we're unsure. He was up in second, slipped down to fourth, and we weren't witness to what go on. Skyjacker now starting to try and stretch his legs a little, pull away from the Porsche. That Porsche does definitely look like a beast. Looks like it has what it needs. Big Dan 4 seconds behind these guys after being stuck behind the medium-cladded Audi, the medium-tired Audi. So Big Dan now, he's going to have to knuckle down, try and close the gap between himself and the two leaders. Very tactical game as well. I mean, race. These guys, it's a long one. That's what she said. And it's they've got to think about looking after their fuel, looking after their tyres. There's all sorts going into this. Not just straightforward squirt that accelerator and go. Skyjacker at the moment though doing a fine job in the lead, and Williams Maybe trying to do a bit of both of their tyre wear the same. Williams is saving a bit more fuel behind Skyjacker, getting an advantage out of the tow possibly from the Audi. Maybe hoping to go a lap or two longer than Skyjacker at the end of the stint. Talleyrand, he's pulled a little bit away from the pack now. Pat does look to be saving a bit more fuel though on his Bugatti. There's RB behind, keeping track. Never count RB out. Very swift driver. Skyjacker then. Just staying within that second, Liam Anfield, just keeping him where he wants him, it feels. Skyjacker feels that he may be getting toyed with here. Big Dan then has got a nice gape between himself and Koi Karp as he tries to close the gap ahead of him. 56.1, 57.0 from Koi. Low high now tucked up behind the Audi on medium tyres. Low high, he was witness to what troubles Big Dan had of getting past the big fat Audi. And at the moment he's not quite able to close up to the rear derriere to make them moves on the Audi. So low high, knuckling down, going in deep, and getting himself ready for a fight, going on the attack. Jokers at the moment catching up, just getting used to the track, the car, the field, the settings. It's a long race, and he's keeping the leaders in sight. He's keeping a toe in this race for later on, where I think he'll start becoming more epic. Binko then up to 6.5 seconds, and Binko is running away with it here. No issues, no problems for the Binks here at Yas Marina. Solid drive, hit the ground running. Talleyrand pulled even more away from Pat now. Is Pat starting to have some issues in the Bugatti? Is he starting to push a little too much? Has he decided to go for a more fuel save? I mean, Binko, he's got that 6.6 seconds and he's got more fuel on than the guy chasing him. So Talleyrand, big jobs. Looks like second might be on the cards here. It might be second he's fighting for, with Pat and RB hunting him down. 43.4 last time around for RB. As Pat 43.1. 44.0 there. Pat must have had a bit of a rough lap. 43.4 from the RB. Getting closer now to the Pat. Talleyrand 3 second gap now after Pat's 44 lap. And in the Group 3s, Skyjacker still leads from Liam Anfield. Liam Anfield only half a second behind though, as he hunts down the Audi. The Audi a little thirstier than the Porsche, it would seem. Big Dan has lost a little more time to the leaders, but he is pulling away from Koi Karp. Low high. Within half a second now. Low high looking for an overtake coming up soon on the Koi Karp.
Oh yeah, hot brew time. Nice. Should have warned you beforehand on it. Must have just gone radio silence for you guys.
So low high, chipping away at Koi Karp at the moment. Koi Karp, it has to be said, is doing a fantastic race on the medium tyres. trying to maintain the pace with the soft runners. So Koikart, a bold move, starting with the mediums, the slower tyre, but he's held ground for a good amount of the race. And it could pay off. It could pay off. Now we're seeing the Bugatti starting to catch up the Group 3 cars. Ooh, and Binko having to break out of that one. The Group 3 cars get right of way. And it's down to the Group 1 cars to make their way past. And I think in the end, Joker's slowed down. But the problem is the Bugatti. The Bugatti is very slow in the corners, very cumbersome. The Group 3s might be a little more agile in the corners than the Group 1 car. So these Group 1 cars, the Bugattis, are going to have to wait for the straights before they can pull away from the Group 3 cars. They may, if they come across Group 3 cars in the corners, they're just going to have to be patient and wait. Which is unfortunate for Binko after building up such a nice lead. He's lost over a second, nearly 2 seconds of that lead he's built up. But remember, Talleyrand will have the same issue when he comes to the traffic also. And now Binko's been freed up. And he only has Big Dan ahead of him to concern himself with. As they come into the corner, there you see Big Dan. Not too bad. It's only one real corner. And the Bugatti goes around the outside nicely. Big Dan making that rather easy, but yes. Binko losing a lot of time to Talleyrand. Talleyrand does seem to be cutting through the traffic a little easier. It's just the luck of the draw where you come across people. Pat as well in the corner with Jokus, and he's losing ground to RB. RB getting advantage from the Group 3 cars as Pat coming across the Ferrari right in the corner. And like I said, if these Bugattis come across these cars in the corner, they're going to have to just wait. They can't make bold moves. And Pat is under fire from RB. RB trying to get a little toe off the Audi there as he goes on attack mode against the Pat. Pat on soft tyres. Is he starting to feel a pain from the wear? It's a bit wide there. So RB squaring this one up. They've come across Big Dan in the worst possible place. No room to get by. They're just going to have to be patient. Pat sees a moment, but oh, and he gets it. He gets it. Nice one from Pat. Clean lappaging from the Pat there as oh, and we've gotten off. We've gotten off. It's Skyjacker. It is the Sky of Jackers. My word. Skyjacker, leader of the Group 3s. What did you do? So it's during the lap car events. Just went out a little wide. Oh no, the Audi just didn't like. Oh, he took air there. That was well worth the replay. Yeah, it just didn't like it over the curbs, did it? Just seemed to have a wobble, and then went in totally the other direction. Go away. That's it. I'm done with you. Go away. So Skyjacker now in the sights of Big Dan. Big Dan in third. The Porsche looking feisty, and now he sees Skyjacker ahead of him. So Binko, 5.7 second lead on Talleyrand. Talleyrand was affected by a bit by the traffic. Pat still ahead of RB, but only just. RB is definitely edging up for a bit of an attack mode here, surely. RB fancying to take down the Pat, get himself into a podium position in the Group 1 cars. Pat now having to defend. That's gonna take some of the lap time off. of Pat. He'll be losing time out there now, trying to keep RB behind. That's good. Is that good? Oh no, it's gone. I was going to say, is that fuel thing going to stay up all the way? Because no one's low on fuel anyway, so why is it saying? Pat's on the soft tyres. RB closed in very fast there, and Pat didn't even defend that one. I think he knew RB had the pace on him down that hill. And maybe Pat just fancies getting a tow, maybe doing a bit of fuel saving himself. Yeah, his tyres are starting to look a bit gnarly. I think they're still okay, but you know, it'll play on your mind that they're that red. Binko back up to 6 seconds. Talleyrand trying to keep touch with him. RB recently up to 3rd, as Pat now going into a bit of, I reckon, fuel and tyre save mode, maybe. Williams out there in the lead, 6 seconds. Beautiful stuff. With Skyjacker in 2nd, trying to recover after his curb moment. He played Kirby as a kid, surely. He's of that generation. Kirby, you know, where you both stand either side of the road and you got a ball, and the aim is to try and throw it at the curb and bounce it back to yourself. If you get the curb just right, the ball bounces straight back to you. But if you don't hit it right, the ball goes in all sorts of weird directions. And that's what Skyjacker learned today. He played Kirby. It's probably something that only me and my friends played, and no one's ever heard of Kirby before. So Skyjacker at the moment maintaining, with Big Dan lurching behind. And quick up on those medium tyres, still ahead of the Ferraris, which is very, very good. The sun is setting here. I think the race started at dawn. That seems rather early. We've got through a whole day already. I'm here for it. Binko then leads this race. He's built up a bit more time on Talleyrand. They've got clean track, clear track ahead. No distractions from the Group 3 runners at the moment as the sun sets here. Or the suns, sorry, in Tatooine. RB. Third place, 5.8 seconds behind Talleyrand. He's lapping at 43.1. Talleyrand's doing 42.7s that last time out. So Talleyrand finding a bit more pace around here. But I imagine the Bugatti drivers feeling rather frustrated, seeing the times that Binko, 41.9s, Binko able to produce. And 42.1 is the best that RB has managed, which is only 0.3, I guess, off of that time. Binko, he's slapping. He's out there doing them on the reg. He lost a bit of time, lap 8 and 9, but that's the lapped cars. Then he was back into the 42s. Pat's made a decision. Just tyres. Softs on and back out again. Lim Manfield. 5 seconds ahead of Skyjacker at the moment. He's happy with the way things are going. No pit entry for him. And it looks like Pat easily got back out ahead, so he doesn't have to relap the Group 3 cars. So Pat then, he's gone for another set of softs. He's going radical strategy here. He let 13 laps, 12 laps say. He got out of the first set of softs. The car is lighter, half a tank, so the tyre wear shouldn't be as bad, but that's a lot of pit stops if he's planning to do that. He's going for breaking it down into lots of little sprints. We saw the Schumacher in his heyday. He used to like to do that. That was a strategy. He'd do a pit stop more than everyone, but he would just absolutely clark it out there. and build himself up a pit stop. But Pat at the moment, big jobs. He's got it's a bold strategy. Let's see how it plays out. Talleyrand then at the moment, he's into the 42s regular now. That's the Binko pace. He's got the Binko pace now, but 6.3 seconds behind. Is it a little too late? We'll have to wait and see. RB, he's also got into the 42s, so they're up. Binko is instantly into the 42s, and raring to go. It seems Talleyrand and RB have had to build up. It might be the weight of the car. Just could be that they're learning as they're going, like AI. And Pat again with the bold strategy. Now, what's going down with the Group 3 cars? Liam Anfield has choice. He has choice. He's leading. Oh, it looks like this is the choice. He's coming in. So, Liam Anfield bringing in the Porsche after 12 laps. He's got half a tank of fuel, but he fancies a set of tyres, maybe. Skyjacker continues on. Skyjacker and Big Dan. Big Dan also continuing on. So, and Big Dan does look like his Porsche will need some tyres pretty soon. The Audi not so much. Koikarp goes on through as well with his mediums. Everything's looking very tidy there. And Lohai in the Ferrari. So Liam, has he gone too early? He's gone for a medium set of tyres. So he's going for I think the tyres are whatever. There is no real tyre rule. I don't think they have to use a different compound if they wish not to. Williams then, he started on the softs. He's gone to the medium tyre for this and he has fueled up. So he's going for a long middle session. He's going for a long one. Skyjacker will be coming into the pits, and he showed his hand as well also to the other guys. So they know now that he's got mediums with more fuel, which gives them the option if they want to go for another set of softs and no fuel, just to run that tank out. That's what I want to take advantage of a lighter car when possible. But I can see where Liam Anfield's coming from. He's going to do short pit stops. He's never going to let the fuel go down too much, which means the time standing whilst fueling is less. Whereas you saw with Pat, he's not put fuel in, he's just put tyres on. I know it's a different category, but he's going to try and run that fuel to the bottom, and then he's going to do a fill. But I suppose you only have to put half in. Yeah, horses for courses, I guess. It really is, but Liam Anfield, he's topped up with fuel, he's put medium tyres on, he's opting to go for a long run mid-race. Koikarp, he's wanted to see these guys peel in. He's not that far behind. And at the moment, his strategy seems to be a solid one. But Skyjacker maintains, and his tyres are in a lot better condition than Biggeth Dan. Vincent Newitt sitting in second in his Porsche. I'm telling you, that Porsche really does. I'm going to have to go and buy one, because it doesn't even matter what livery it's on. It's just dead damn sexy, isn't it? God damn you, Porsche. Germans are not known for making sexy cars. They're known for just making good cars. Let the Italians make the sexy ones. But for some reason, they've accidentally touched on something there with that Porsche. Skyjacker leads then. Tyres, okay. They're not bad. I think he could do more laps. Big Dan, I would be considering... well, he's dropped off. He has dropped off. He did a 56.5, 56.6, 56.1, but the last one was half a second off that 57.0. So maybe that is the tyre effect. Skyjacker, 57.2 as well. There is a bit of a drop off there, so maybe the tyres are being affected. Remember, the sun's gone in, so the track temperature is lower, so that will affect a more worn tyre. I think a lot of them are dropping a bit of time now, and it must be from the sun disappearing. And it looks like Binko has come around again for more fun and frolics with the Group 3 cars. It's the only traffic he gets to see, so he may as well enjoy it. Shall we get on board? There we go. So he's already cleared one. He's got Skyjacker and Big Dan are in, and so is Coy. Coy's gone in as well. Now that is a confusing movement. It's a strategy. You could call it that. Again, through the traffic, Talleyrand has closed the gap on the Binks. No one in the Bugattis looking ready to make a pit stop apart from Pat, and Pat has lost a bit of time to RB since his pit stop. Lohai is now your new leader of the Group 3 cars. Is he though? Yes, he is, because he's just getting lapped by a Bugatti. So Lohai ahead of Big Dan. Big Dan's come out of the pits ahead of L. Williams. But remember, Liam Anfield is on the medium tyres, and Skyjacker goes through as well. But Big Dan, did he short fill it? I don't know. I don't think he filled it at all. I just think Big Dan had a better pit stop than Skyjacker and has jumped him in the pits. Lohai, 4 seconds down the road. His tyres are looking tidy. He's still got a couple of laps on those bad boys. This is a wide spread in the Group 3 category for pit stops here, ladies and gentlemen. But Big Dan and Skyjacker opting to go for the soft tyre, and Liam Anfield losing out with those mediums and a heavier car. But I think he's all right with it. I think the strategy has got that covered, he believes. He's not in a Ferrari, so you've got to trust. He's probably had Anna Schmidt herself call him up and tell him what strategy to use. And she is a big brain. You listen when Anna calls. You say, yes, miss. And ironically, Ferrari not pitting. But Lohai, but it might work. He's taking laps down, isn't he? He's taking laps away from later in the race. He'll have more fresher rubber. He's using old rubber now to big gains later on. So Big Dan then in second place ahead of Skyjacker. Somehow jumped him in the pit stops. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, 2:10 was his pit stop lap. And 2:12 for Skyjacker. So maybe Skyjacker just slowed down too much through the pit lane. Who knows? And I think Liam Anfield's happy. I think he's okay where he's sat at the moment. He knows they're going to have to pit soon. I'd say pit sooner, yeah, because I think Coy, I reckon, got bored of mediums. I think he got bored with his strategy and just changed strategy. Come in and thought, right, I'm still close to the leaders. If I put a set of softs on, I could get racy with them. I think he was meaning to go longer. Surely, if you put medium tyres on, he had fuel, so he's not fueled up either. He hasn't. So far, Liam Anfield seems to be the only one that's decided they needed a bit of fuel. Looks like Joker's pitted earlier. We missed it, I'm afraid. And he's out there on a set of mediums now. More fuel. He's doing like what Liam Anfield's fancying, a longer stint in the middle of the race during the night, maybe seeing the night through. Binko yet to pit, still just under half a tank of fuel. The medium tyres looking okay. Talleyrand, medium tyres still okay. He's used a bit more fuel up than the Binks. In his pursuit, I guess, trying to keep Binks in sight. RB 6 seconds adrift of those, but his fuel is looking as healthy as the Binks. And Pat, coming across all kinds of traffic there as he cuts through. And he's lost even more time, unfortunately. And there we see Skyjacker making a move on the Ferrari. His fresher tyres coming into play. And yet again, Skyjacker leads the Group 3 here at Marina, 2.5 for the Virtual Racers Club. So Skyjacker and Big Dan following him through. So Skyjacker's made a move on Big Dan previously as well, because Big Dan was ahead of Skyjacker, and Big Dan at the moment looking like he's finding the Porsche a bit of a handful. He's made his way through now, but at mid-corner there it looked like he was sliding out. So Big Dan. Now these guys, These guys aren't going to be able to do as many laps, surely, as they did earlier, because they're going to have less fuel. So, ooh, lovely slide from Big Dan. I love the way he slides. I really do. Just gonna stand there and watch me drift. It's alright, love the way you slide. So Skyjacker leads in the Audi, reigning supreme there at the moment. Big Dan hunting him down in a very slippery Porsche. It seems the sun's gone out and the grip has gone. Low high, old tyres, and you can see he's fighting his Ferrari through the corners at the moment. It's suddenly become a handful for him as Liam Anfield on medium tyres closes in, and Low High still not to go in. He's going to kill these tyres. He's going to get his money's worth. He's not messing about. Koikart then catching these guys up, I would say. 56.4 was it last time around? 56.4, 57.7 for Liam Anfield, and he has got a face full of Ferrari. He's got a grill full of the prancing horse. And this is not, I mean, he good in a way that he'd be probably trying to get a bit of a slipstream and try and lift and coast a little bit to save fuel. Not good because there's an Audi closing in very fast behind him. So he has to dispense of the Ferrari as soon as he can. And obviously the Ferrari is struggling because of the old tyres. And Liam Anfield, he really does need to get by, but he just doesn't seem to have the pace to do so. And the Audi looking, thought better of it, but the Audi did come in off Koikart there, rather strong against Liam Anfield. And the medium tyre strategy at the moment not looking very strong indeed. As Skyjacker and Big Dan disappear into the distance. The Group 1 runners then. Binko, 5-second lead on Talleyrand. Everything is still going according to plan. The Binks is running his race, and he's running it very well indeed. Talleyrand in second, keeping track. He's tracking. He's Talleyrand the tracker today, and he's tracking himself a relentless Binko. He can still see the lime green flashes ahead of him as he hunts his foe. RB a little bit behind, but doing good with fuel. Very good with fuel in the Skittles Bugatti. He's trying to keep track, but again, it'll be interesting after the pit stops to see what way they go. If Pat went with the soft tyre, it's holding in nicely. He's not destroying it. He had the soft tyre though in the first race. Well, that's not Pat, that's Pat. Oh, the soft tyre. There you go. 43.9 from Pat at the moment, but he's not gained anything back from having to have that pit stop. So the strategy just might not be quite right there for the Louis Vuitton team. Skyjacker under pressure, under fire. This is how he likes it. He loves a good battering from behind. RB going in. RB has decided it is time. Something has to be done. As Binko and Talleyrand getting a little closer. Binko has had a bit of traffic there. Talleyrand closes in on the Ferrari. And again, just has to be patient and wait until they come out of the corner so he can blast past it. But again, traffic coming into play. RB still in the pit. Oh, yeah. Driving out of the pit lane. Excuse me. So we've been racing 22 laps now for the Group 1 cars. We're 37 minutes into a 2.5 hour race. I hope you're comfortable, people. This is a long one. I would watch it later in stints, maybe. Skyjacker 1.2 seconds ahead of Big Dan now. These guys making their pit stops, did not fuel up, just put another set of softs on, carried on. Koikap changed from his mediums to softs and has managed to attack Lohai and the Williams since his pit stop. He's made two takes. Lohai, he really is flogging a dead horse out there. He really is trying to get the best he can out of those racing soft tyres, taking them all kinds of places they don't need to be going, but he's losing a lot of time. I mean, it probably would have done just as quick to come in and put some tyres on, but maybe he's going for something. He's going for something special. Maybe he's going one less pit stop. Maybe that's the calculations, the mathematics added up and said, no, do one less pit stop, lose time on track. Fine. We'll see. In the chat, we got Digital Blasphemy. Oi, oi, thingy. Well, hello. Digi, would love to have seen you out there mixing it up with these guys. Although 2.5 hours of racing is quite an undergoing, isn't it? A task. Cramping is real. I was getting, I mean, I did a 20-minute race and my, last Sunday, and my foot was cramping up from the braking. I was just stamping on them brakes, man. I was getting myself all kinds of carried away with myself. And, yeah, I was getting some real pain in my left foot. I continued on, though. I was a big boy. I put my big boy pants on. I didn't complain. I waited till now, till you lot were listening. And I'm telling you that now I'm complaining. So Talleyrand at the moment, Group 1 in second place. 4.8 seconds. Oh yeah, because RB pitted, didn't he? He's gone for another set of medium tyres. It has put him behind the Pat, but only by 4 seconds. And Pat's down to a quarter of a tank of fuel halfway through his tyres. RB gone for 3/4 of a tank of fuel, and he's gone on to a medium set of tyres. He was about 6 seconds behind Talleyrand. Talleyrand it's going to be fuel that forces Talleyrand into the pits. Do you know what? I'd risk soft tyres. Why the hell not? They're not even using those mediums up. If I was in a Bugatti, it's like the mediums. I mean, especially Talleyrand. He's very subtle with a set of tyres, isn't he? Digital Blasphemy saying too long for me. Need to pee. Yeah. So Talleyrand's fuel is flashing. Go on, put some softs on. You didn't even have to use your mediums. But he's kicking himself. I bet he wishes he started on a set of softs now if he knew the tyres were going to last that well. RB is closing up at a rate of knots to the Pat for that podium place in the Group 1 cars. Skyjacker still maintaining that 1 second lead on the Big Dan. Excuse me. With Koikap in third, ahead of Liam Anfield, who's gone a little bit different from everyone else. Everyone else continued with the soft tyre and didn't put any fuel on. Liam Anfield went with the medium tyre and topped up with fuel. And I must say, it's not that bad, is it? It's not that bad now. I think we saw a Bugatti going into the pits. It was Talleyrand. And man, he needed the fuel. Binks has still got a quarter of a tank. That is shocking. Pat then. A quarter of a tank on board for Pat as well. RB. I don't know how far away they are from the pit lane. If they've got time to come through, it's going to be tight. Talleyrand might be able to get out ahead of him. He's only half filled. Just over half filled. I don't know if it is a set of mediums, because sometimes it changes it. Oh, what a pit exit. Best thing about the track. Fantastic. Oh, stop with your in-car shenanigans. So yeah, Talleyrand does get out ahead of the Pat and RB. And he has gone softs. He has gone soft, ladies and gentlemen. Talleyrand Going for a set of soft tyres and a light car. He wants a light car around him. He wants to be able to throw it around a little bit. He wants a little bit of flexibility. So the Binks, 30-second lead, not pitted yet. Tyres half done, fuel okay.
Just bless him saying, 1 make, 1 hour strategy races are more my bag. Nice.
They are fun.
Right, we're going to go radio silence
for a short while, just because
I've just opened my chocolate hobnobs.
God damn. Hobnob biscuits, man. They are a league of their own. Binks then, not paired. He's got 31 seconds. Do you know what? Talleyrand's going for an undercut here. I've got a tickle in my balls that tells me Talleyrand is playing a blinder. He's put the softs on, he's put a light car on. He is going for an undercut. Binko stayed out. He's in the 43s now from the 42s. And, I mean, he had 6 seconds? 6 seconds on Talleyrand. Could Talleyrand pull a lot of that 6 seconds back? Out there at the moment, he is slapping. He's putting some real lap times in. He really is. So, I think Talleyrand's making his move here. Binks out on track, doing a Ferrari, an impression of a Ferrari. Rabbit caught in the headlights. He's staying with it. And at the moment, 43.2. It's good lap times. It's good lap times. It's what. I mean, Talleyrand's going to have to be doing some absolutely ridiculous ones. Oh, Liam Anfield could be a fly in his ointment at the moment. Liam Anfield making a small mistake there. Find himself wrong-footed through the chicanes. Talleyrand does clear him. He's going to have affected his strategy then. Oh, 41.6, and that's going to have opened Binko's eyes. And I mean, he is close to a pit stop. Will he come in earlier, or is he going to stay out and stick to his plan? Pat's in again. That bold strategy might not be working for him. He might have to, I don't know at this point. Put mediums on, fill up, go for a long run. Who knows? Skyjacker still ahead. Oh, sorry, of Big Dan in the Group 3. For God's sake, stop pressing buttons you don't need to press. Skyjacker, this is why I'm better with the controller than I am with the keyboard. Half a second he has on Big Dan at the moment. Koikarp in that third place. Ooh, Koikarp low on fuel. They're all getting a little low on fuel. They're all going to need, except for Mr. Williams, I presume. I've been expecting you. Yes. Liam Anfield then. Went mediums, more fuel, longer run. All he had to do is keep those leaders in view. And I mean, he's 20 some seconds behind them? Not quite 20 seconds. Big Dan's closing in. Big Dan fancies a piece of the Audi, ladies and gentlemen. Be upstanding. Oh, look at the flames coming out the back of the Audi. It's damn fine. As Talleyrand makes his way past, as Talleyrand is on another mission. He's got a side quest to try and gazump the Binko from the lead. So he's working on that himself, toiling away. And now Big Dan getting a lovely toe. It's not a long enough straight though. Heavy on the brakes for the left-hander, climbing up the hill. Back on the accelerator, but it's going to be a little lift. Not even a gear change even.
Oh, that was the lift.
And Porsche fighting him through those corners. And Koikarp's in. Yeah, we saw Koikarp was getting low on the fuel, which puts Liam Anfield up and into that third place. Still half a tank of fuel, still a lot of tyre left on that. Koikarp then into the pits. Lohai pitted earlier. We saw him taking those racing soft tyres to an extreme level of use. Lohai jumps Koikarp then in the pit stops. Koikarp crawling out as Lohai. Oh, Lohai getting wild. Getting wet and wild in the Ferrari here in Dubai. I'm sure, no, we're not in Dubai, are we? Abu Dhabi. We're in one of those hostile countries. No, we're not allowed to say things like that in the UK. We get put in prison. Koikarp then closing right up to the rear derriere of Lohai. You can still say a lot more in Britain than you can in Abu Dhabi, though, without going to prison. Koikarp. Oh, it's a move, ladies and gentlemen. Lohai doesn't want to give it up. He's hoping to get back in there again, but Koikarp with, well, I mean, 1 or 2 lap fresher rubber does the move, but Lohai was not willing to give that up just yet. But Koikarp, fresh out the pit stop, fully confident in his tyres, and got the move done. The slipstream helping him get up and alongside, and then the size of his testicular area helping even more into the braking zone. Lohai then needs to just stay on the back of that Audi. He's got the machinery to fight. And a little dogfight ensues there between Koi and Lohai. Fantastic stuff. Joker's not that far behind these guys. Let's not count Joker's out. Binko coming across him. Binko now needs fuel. This is definitely a fuel moment for the Binks. And has Talleyrand done enough? He's pulled 2 seconds. I think he's going to be 4 seconds shy of him. He's pulled a little bit back, but remember, it depends on what pit stop that Binko fancies here. Is he going to go heavy fuel, medium tyres, another long run? Or is he going to go try and attack Talleyrand's strategy with half a tank of fuel and soft tyres? Will he react? Talleyrand has done all he can to try and close the gap. He's gone low fuel, fast tyres to try and undercut the Binko. The Binko had about 6 seconds, 6 seconds, I think, lead on him before the pit stops. Around onto the final straight. Binko still stationary. Talleyrand, is that not it? Is that not the pit lane? It is. It is the pit lane. And Talleyrand at the moment, Binko's still stationary. Oh, he's gone, he's staying with his programme. He's not messing about. He's not getting drawn into it, ladies and gentlemen. He's got medium tyres, heavy tanks. RB also goes by as he goes wide. No, he doesn't. Binko's just about to appear ahead of the RB, but the RB with freshly warmed tyres and half a tank of fuel lighter than the Binks could go onto the attack of the Bink Stir. Talleyrand, 12 seconds. You know what? I underestimated Talleyrand there. He really slapped. Skyjacker then into the pits, although, yeah, half a tank more fuel for Binko, so Liam Anfield, look, bold strategy, we said, and look at him up into the first now with that bold strategy. Patrick saying didn't intend to do softs twice, pressed wrong button before. Oh, there you go then. So Talleyrand leads at the moment in a rocket ship. Binko has gone for a whale. RB crawling all over the rear derriere of the Group 1 top 3, trying to get second place from the Binks. Pat has had a second pit stop, but he's put mediums on now. He's gone for a heavy car. He's going for a long run through the night. Liam Anfield then leads the way for the Group 3 cars ahead of Skyjacker, but Skyjacker pitting. He's gone softs again with 3/4 of a tank of fuel this time. Big Dan copying Big Dan copying Skyjacker's homework. Koi Carp, softs 3/4 of a tank. These guys, it's like they're in a chat group together and all know what each other are doing. Low high. Third place is on today for the Ferrari driver, but he's got to want it. And at the moment, low high. Just sitting outside the top 3. Knocking on the door. Jokus. Oh, Jokus has lost a bit of time. Did he pit? He was only about 12 seconds or something. He's dropped down to 19 seconds. But remember, Jokus wasn't part of the qualifying. He's still probably trying to master the car. Everyone's on softs as well, with Jokus is on the medium tyre. Talleyrand leading then, getting a fastest lap. And he really has pulled something out of the bag here. Another 2 seconds on the Binks. Binko trusting in his strategy. He's done the math. He knows. On paper, this is the way to go. This is the way. As Pedro Pascal would say.
Need another hobnob, just bear with me. Man alive, they are so cool. I'll tell you what. If I had to go back and do it all again with my username, and I was choosing a username again, it would have to be Huge Knob Lover. I can't get over how good hobnobs are. I am a huge knob lover, for sure. Man alive, they're just good. I just like to gobble them all up. I like to get them really deep in my mouth. Talleyrand leads. 15 seconds. Binko must be getting a little nervous. His bum must be starting to retract a little bit, his bum hole. Making squeaky sounds. Has he got the right strategy? Has Talleyrand touched upon something? RB. Similar, he's silent. He's kind of in between the two. He went medium tyres, but he didn't go full fat car. Ooh, a little rub there from RB on the barrier. And without Bazza here, we did wonder who was going to be our barrier inspector, and it seems like RB taking up the mantle. No, it was just a brush. It was just a little rub. So Liam Anfield in the Group 3 cars. When it came in first, pretty much, fattened the car up with a heavy fuel load, put the medium tyres on, and then joined the track. And we wondered what go on? What was he thinking? This was only madness come this way. Whereas everyone else is keeping to the softs, keeping lower fuel loads, and squirting their way through the 2.5-hour Dubai race. And not Dubai. Is it? No, it's Abu Dhabi. It's not even near Dubai. It's Abu Dhabi in Dubai. Why do I keep wanting to call it Dubai? Do I just think they all look the same? Is that what the problem is here? Because I'm pretty sure they're different places altogether. I'm just having a bit of a brain fart every time I say it. Right. It's come up as is Abu Dhabi in Dubai. Isn't that weird? Google already is listening. No, Abu Dhabi is not in Dubai, you thick. They are two separate neighbouring emirates, like states. They are part of the same country, the United Arab Emirates. Abu Dhabi is the capital city of the UAE and the largest emirate, located southwest of Dubai. So that's me told. But obviously other people had that same problem because it was the top thing when I put is Abu Dhabi, and the first choice was in Dubai. Look, in fairness, they didn't teach us anything about the Middle East in schools. They did not want to touch it with a stick. Could you imagine a bunch of 15-year-olds having to learn that they keep their women in chains, they beat them? It's not the sort of thing you want young lads. I went to an all-boys school. That's not the sort of thing you want to teach all boys in a civilized country. That's not the way to treat women. I don't know how we accept it now, but we're okay with it. Back then, it was disgusting. That religion and the way they hold children and women down is fundamentally against humanity. But they've got good money and they've got oil, so we're all right with it. You treat your women how you want to treat your women. Fine. It's disgusting. But you get put in jail if you start talking about it. You're allowed to say you don't agree with the religion. It's just you're not allowed to slag them off. I don't know. But it is ropey. I am nervous. I don't really want to talk about it, but I do, because I have opinions. So Talleyrand is leading the way with Binko in second. Yeah, they taught us nothing of the Middle East anyway in the school, so I'm totally blank. Which is really weird, because we were attacking Iraq at the time. You think we would have learnt something. You think, all right then kids, there's this war happening in Iraq, maybe we should tell you about the Middle East. But they didn't want to tell us anything. We were learning about the Roman Empire instead. That's safe. So Talleyrand is leading, 20 seconds on the Binks now. And the Binks, I think he's cool, I think he's calm. I think he knows his strategy is solid, and that Talleyrand's is a risky strategy. It means he's got to do like Michael Schumacher-esque qualifying laps, and not more Michael Schumacher on the slopes style laps, because Michael Schumacher on the slopes obviously wasn't as good as what he was on the racetrack. But then there's not trees and rocks on the racetrack to hit. So Talleyrand then out there in the lead, going for it. All push, all day. Binko, cool, calm, collected in second place. And is happy that he's picked the right strategies. Come across the leader of the Group 3 pack. Ooh, at the wrong place as well, tight. And but RB, nowhere to go behind him as well. But RB, it looks like he's just tracking the Binks at the moment. No, he's got stuck. The Group 3 car getting in between the two Bugattis, and now RB has been released, but losing a bit of time to the Binks. Then the Binks and Pat on the mediums. He's going for a longer run also. El Williams at the moment, Liam Anfield out there in the lead, 11 seconds, but Pat, Skyjacker and Big Dan duking it out, which will be costing them time, I imagine, although, you know, maybe not. Maybe Big Dan's just using him for the slipstream to try and get a 1-2 Porsche here at Abu Dhabi. Click up in 8th with Lohai in 9th. And Jokas in 10th spot. 20 seconds now with Talleyrand. He's nearly building up a pit stop. He is getting low on fuel. The tyres are starting to get a bit worn. But if he pits, he is going to be behind the Binks. So it's and RB is thereabouts as well. Two totally different strategies at work here. And I suppose it's all questioning on what Talleyrand does with his next strategy. Will he then... We've just gone over 1 hour mark, so we've got an hour and a half to go. We're not quite halfway, and Talleyrand then, the choices are, does he stick to the soft tyre, light car strategy, more pit stops, and just absolutely slap when you go out there? Or does he fall in line with the Binks and the RB, and he fattens up his car and puts some medium tyres on and just grinds laps? That is the question. Pat's gone for that way as well. So one thinks it might be a quicker way. Liam Anfield also opting for the grind, with Sky and Big Dan going for a sprint option. Koi Carp started on the mediums, and he pitted a lot earlier than I expected with them mediums. I thought he was going to continue on, but I think he got sick of the mediums. I think he wants to get onto the same strategy as those around him. And at the moment, low height, again getting through his tyres. That Ferrari is no friend of rubber. Isn't rubber a byproduct? No, that's oil. It's glue you get from horses, isn't it? So Big Dan and Skyjacker, or RB and Binko, they're our biggest fights on track at the moment. I don't know where to watch. I'm going to go and make a coffee, I think. Halfway, nearly halfway, coming up to halfway. I think a coffee is in order. It's an interesting fight here from Binko and RB. No one seeming to want to attack. I think they're just RB's just using the Binks to do a bit of fuel saving with, because he made that earlier stop. So he's got a pit stop on the Pat now, though. I think if RB pits, he's all right against the Pat. Now this is the big question. Liam Anfield is going to have to pit soon. A few laps to go. He hasn't got that on them boys. Big Dan's got ahead of Skyjacker. I apologise. I was going to watch them two. It's coming back to leave it on them two because they were the closest racers. They're just so impatient. Their wives must be so disappointed. Premature, boys, premature. Don't know how your wife feels now. So Sky and Big Dan then duking it out. We missed the overtake, and Big Dan very leery on the curbs again. Did he not see what happened to Skyjacker earlier on the curbs? When the car launched itself into a barrier. Big Dan crawling all over the curbs like he just doesn't care. It's beautiful stuff. Getting to Skyjacker's car for a short while. Now keep an eye on number 5 there, Williams. Liam Anfield, he's going to be pitting soon. Who's back? Hey, back again. It's me. All right. So, we've made a coffee. I kept an eye on things. Skyjacker has dropped back a little bit from Big Dan. Big Dan's just sending it, isn't he? He really is. Must be starting to prepare for a pit stop. And, well, no, he's got half a tank of fuel, but the tyres are half burnt. Binko leads because Talleyrand did make a pit stop. He's gone softs and he's gone half a tank again. So, yes, Talleyrand is going for the balls out strategy. More pit stops, more speed, more everything. Just more. Binko is sticking to the less pit stops, more consistency. And RB following him through, but RB's dropped back a little bit. I think he's going to need to make a pit stop soon. He's only 5 seconds. It's only 5 seconds. You know what? Talleyrand's strategy isn't so foolish, is it? I thought he'd drop back a lot further than that from the Binks. But no, that is healthy from Talleyrand. Very healthy. And Pat just in the middle of his strategy at the most in. So Liam now, this is it. Liam Anfield needing to make a pit stop. This is where we see what he's going to choose next. It's not this lap. He's gone past Big Dan. Still half a tank of fuel and managing to pull away from Skyjacker. Skyjacker struggling with the handling of the Audi possibly through this point of the race. Not behaving as he wants. Koikap in 4th, and he's kept a nice gap from low high, and both of those two struggling with tyre wear. Now I'm seeing why Koikap started the race on medium tyres, because the softs don't last. Oh, he's pulling over for the Binks. I thought he was pulling over for low high for a second. Then I was like, whoa. So low high there in 5th, with Jokus in 6th. Jokus recently making a pit stop. He's gone a set of soft tyres, half a tank. He's giving it a little go. He's giving it a sprint. As he's got Pat coming up behind him. Binko leads. On lap 42, we are coming up to the halfway mark. And now I've got a brew. I can dip my hobnob in my hot brew. Which is what I really wanted to do. What I really want to do is eat my hobnob fast. Talleyrand closing in very fast to RB there. It was 5 seconds, wasn't it? Now it's down to 4. Talleyrand ain't messing today. Yum. Sorry, I should have muted, but that was just too slappy. Lip slapping good. My word. Now, Liam Anfield into the pits. Big Dan through, Skyjacker through, back into the lead then for Big Dan. Has he been in the lead before? I think so. So one Porsche exits the lead, another Porsche takes over. Now people are saying this Porsche is OP, but the Audis are staying with him. And to a certain extent the Ferraris as well. Now the Ferrari looks like it's ready for a pit stop. I don't know really where that's going to put him. Liam Anfield out behind. Whoa, he's gone full fat. He's gone the full fat milk there. He's filled her right to the brim. Medium tyres. I wonder how long that can take him. But yeah, Liam Anfield doubling down on his strategy. He likes it. He thinks it's okay. It's working for him. I could spend the whole 2.5 hours looking at his car. I'm not a huge Red Bull fan. I'm a lover of the drink Red Bull, I must say. I can't get enough of that bad boy. Especially the yellow cans, the tropical flavour. They hit me. They hit me right in that bit. But it just looks good. That car just looks absolutely hanging in Red Bull livery. But I think it might be just the car, because I think I've got a bit of a soft one for it. Because Big Dan's, I think, is beautiful as well. So maybe it's the Porsche. I need a Porsche series. I'm going to have to go hunting around to see if anyone's willing to do a Porsche series. Because, yeah, I'm drooling, I tell thee, over that car. We've added another 3 today, but I don't think any of them are race cars, they're just road cars. I don't know, I didn't look into it, just there was a picture came up as I loaded up the game, saying new updates, and there was 3 cars there. One of them looked like a bit of an American muscle car, actually. That's fun. I like the American muscle cars, just because they handle so badly, but look so good. It's like, it's a lesson, kiddies, for you. When you go into the dating arena, sometimes the prettiest ones are the most dullest ones. Both to talk to and to do other things with. The crazy ones are the funnest, but they keep you on your toes. The quiet ones, they're the ones to watch out for, because, my word. Good luck. Or maybe you could just beat them in submission, make them wear a bloody a gown where only their eyes show, and tell them they've got to walk behind you and not allowed to talk. Fun. So, Liam Anfield then. Oh, RB has made a move. RB into the pits. RB, Jokers has gone. His Ferrari just couldn't take it all the way. An hour and 15, halfway. He's probably thought, what can I do from here? And sort of quit as an option. Could be other things as well. There's all sorts of different, it could be a internet problem. But RB into the pits then. That's Talleyrand moving up a spot. He's only 2.5 seconds behind the Binks. Binks is fat on fuel. And Talleyrand has got low fuel, fast tyres. Koikarp in. Conceding his position to Liam Anfield. Liam Anfield moves up into 3rd place. And at the moment, Liam Anfield, it's like working the opposite ways around in the 2 categories. Like the soft tyres and low fuels is working for Talleyrand, whereas for Liam Anfield it seems like the fat heavy car with medium tyres is working for him. Interesting. So Talleyrand ever closing into the Binks, 2nd a lap nearly. And we imagine there is some action ahead. Some action's going to happen. I just liked my own video. Well, I'm not, because I'm on a pretend YouTube thing, so I can watch it, because it doesn't always work with your own YouTube channel when you are streaming. It doesn't show up, so I have to log into a fake channel just that's only subscribed to me. It's my only, they're the only person that subscribes to me, and I never think to like the video. I don't know why. I looked and there was just one sad one like, so I liked it. I thought, what the hell, people pay bots to like and watch their stuff. I wouldn't do that. I don't care about views and likes. I just had this urge. I thought, That 1 like just didn't seem enough, but it's gone up to 3 now, so I might take it away. now that there's more than just 1 like. 1 like seems sadder than no likes, you know. It's just like someone gave you some sympathy. Just click like. Don't forget to touch the sympathy thumb. Right, people have pitted, sorry. It was Skyjacker, Big Dan, and it hasn't worked for Liam this time. They've both got in, got soft tyres on, and have got back out, and Skyjacker somehow, some way, got ahead of Big Dan in amongst the pit stops. Same fuel on board, just the Audi lads a little faster than the Porsche boys, it seems. Liam Anfield then a little further back now, but he's on medium tyres. He's not going to be able to catch them up. Oh, it's so tight. Big Dan in the tow, looking for a way past Skyjacker, and there is no way past yet. Skyjacker says it will not happen. Get over yourself and live with it. You are second, I am first. I am number 1 and you are number 2. If I could remember the Muppet song, man, I would sing it. I used to love that tune. I'm number 1. You're number 2. I can't remember the rest, though. That's all I remember. Something about being better than you. That was a cracking film. The Muppets, honestly, they released 2 films. And they were just both banging. I liked them both. Am I a man or am I a Muppet? One of the best ever songs written, I'd say. Am I a man or am I a Muppet of a man? Muppet of a man. Oh, I'm getting going now. And I know they're kids' films, but there's something about Tina Fey with a Russian accent that just, it tickles me in places where, oh, Big Dan going wild. Big Dan getting wild in his Porsche there. Liam Anfield isn't too far behind, but still, he's not on the optimum tyre there to go on the attack. He's got to wait for these two to burn their tyres out a little bit. Talleyrand then is in the lead. He got past Binko and we missed it. I apologise. But yeah, Talleyrand absolutely sending it into another realm here. He has gone supersonic as he cuts through the inside of the Audi of Koikap. I'm not even sure Koikap was that aware he was there. So the Bugatti's absolutely flying at the moment, and it's a big battle between the Binks and the Talleyrand. RB 30 odd seconds behind them after his pit stop, and he's gone Talleyrand-esque. He's gone softs with lighter car. The strategies are all over the place, and Pat then cutting through the leaders of the Group 3 cars. Skyjacker leads the Group 3s in his fresh soft tyres, 3/4 of a tank full Audi, with Big Dan in chase on same things, soft tyres and 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Liam on the mediums, 3/4 of a tank, just over 3/4 of a tank of fuel, 3.6 seconds behind the leaders. Koikap, Koikap's lost about 24 seconds. He was there in third, wasn't he? He's lost a bit of time there. He's also gone 3/4 of a tank and soft tyres. It's like Skyjacker, Big Dan and Koikap know what each other are doing. And Lohai is still in the fight, and he's on soft tyres and just under 3/4 of a tank. So that seems to be the choice strategy. Liam Anfield going against the trend. He's bucking the trend, ladies and gents. He is shunning the softs and going for all in. Talleyrand down to 1/4 of a tank of fuel, so he's going to have to pit. Even though he's got himself ahead of the Binks, it could be a false dawn. It might not be reality, because he's going to have to pit again. I don't think he's going to build up a pit stop on the Binks at this point. We're an hour and 23 minutes into a 2.5 hour race, 49 laps done of the 88 allocated. Ooh, I don't know what the sound would be like. I've gone around into the conservatory. It might be poor. can't tell because I'm not there. I'm out here watching through the window. Talleyrand still leads. It's probably coming from you for you guys. But Talleyrand is in the lead against the Binks. Only seconds in it though. And they're coming up against Liam Anfield, the Group 3 car, and it's in the wrong part of the track. The Bugatti struggles in the corners against the Group 3 cars. So Talleyrand does clear the Porsche. And Binks not quite, so that'll help Talleyrand somewhat. As you see, the Group 3 battlers as Talleyrand comes around to lap them. Skyjacker still ahead of Big Dan, but there's never been anything in it between the pair of them throughout the race. After Skyjacker's Kirby moment, he fell back to Big Dan and has been with him ever since. Talleyrand nearly up to 2 seconds ahead of Binko, but you know, it just feels like he's got to make a more of a bracket before he can make his pit stop to try and make this strategy work. But I might be just being a naysayer. He might be onto something. Who am I to say? I have no idea. I suppose, if I'm not moving around the track, I will. Do you know what? I will. We'll move into what these two are up to. I'm going to try and put the controller inside the glass door. So then maybe you can still hear me. I wasn't sure. You may have heard me before, but I think I've done this before, come out of the conservatory, and it's affected the sound. Ooh, it looked like Skyjacker made a small mistake there, giving Big Dan an opportunity to close right in, and this could be Big Dan's moment. I'm starting to get what digital blasting. I've just squatted down. Yeah, hello. Squatted down because the controller's on the floor, and that must have pushed on my bladder wrong, because now I'm starting to think, geez, now I see why Digital Blasphemy says he didn't want to do a full race, because he needs to pee. And I'm like, pee? I can hold that for hours. And now I'm thinking, I can't. We might have to go radio silent quickly while I go and spend a penny. It looks like Skyjacker has recovered from what ailed him, that little wide on that he got earlier. And he's got back into his rhythm. I am going to go for a quick pee-pee. Sorry, guys. I shall return, though. I'm not going far. I am relieved. Thank you for asking. So, here we are then. Skyjacker, he's lost that lead to Big Dan while I was off. You sod. Was it good? Did you guys enjoy it? Because I missed it. Talleyrand still leads. He's up to 4.3 seconds now, but the fuel is flashing. So that's as far as this stint goes for Talleyrand, it seems. And the Binks set to take up that lead, and he's a mile ahead of RB at the moment. The Binks looking solid. He's on a quarter of a tank of fuel. His tyres are starting. So he's not going to go too much longer than Talleyrand. It's an interesting strategy. The two different strategies up against each other, held to the light. And it's hard to see which one is the better of the two. We've still got an hour of racing left here, and we're on lap 53 of 88. Long way to go still. RB, he changed to the Talleyrand way, didn't he? He went the softs and a lighter fuel. 23 seconds behind the Binks, so he might be able to get ahead of the Binks when the Binks makes his pit stop. And obviously Talleyrand's going to be making a pit stop very soon. That's going to end up, he's going to be ending up behind RB possibly. Interesting stuff all happening in the top three of the Group 3. Pat has finally come to the end of his stint. And I don't know what he's going to think to do. Big Dan leading the Group 3s in the Porsche at the moment. Liam Anfield 6 seconds behind him. He's on those medium tyres. I said he was going to drop back, but not as much as I thought he would. And he seems pretty safe from Koi Cup. He might even just about have a pit stop on the Koi. And for some reason, it felt like the Koi was doing better when he had their medium tyres on. Lohai has closed right up on the Ferrari. I think Koi must have made a mistake somewhere. I'm not sure. Maybe he needed a PP as well. So, Koi has dropped back into Lohai in his Ferrari. And we've lost the Jokers somewhere along the way. Bless him. He had about an hour in him, or his network, something went awry. So no news from Jokas in the chat anyway, at least. So hopefully everything is okay. There's a lot of bombs flying around at the moment. Everyone seems to be slinging bombs. Oh no, what was that? That was Lohai going past Koi, because Koi went deep. Sorry, I was looking at Discord. What a fool. So yeah, Koi went deep there. He went very deep in that corner. And that's freed up Lohai now. Can Lohai pull away? Can he get some good lap times in? At the moment, his tyres are quite nice. Fuel, okay. So, yeah, he's got every opportunity. And it's similar in the Audi, but the Audi does look... at times, the Audi does look a bit of a handful. So, Talleyrand is in. Talleyrand is in. That will put Binko definitely in the lead. And questionable where RB and Talleyrand are going to end up on track. So the Binks. Now he's got just under a quarter of fuel. His tyres aren't too great, but he can eke them out. He's good in that respect. RB's on to the start straight. Talleyrand has been released. He's going through the tunnel, but RB going ahead. Soft tyres, he's sticking to his sprint strategy in the Bugatti, and why not? I think the Bugatti handles so badly, he just wants to keep it light, to keep it nimble in the corners. And there he goes, Talleyrand out on the track then, chasing down RB, 2.2 seconds. RB, half-used tyres, quarter of a tank of fuel. Talleyrand, fresh tyres, just over half a tank of fuel. Binko, how long can he go? How long? It's 22 seconds ahead of Talleyrand at the moment. Still plenty of laps on the board though. RB just waiting. RB, he's going to be leading this race, I tell thee, and he's got the fastest lap. So RB might be sneakily doing what Talleyrand did a couple of stints earlier, and making himself more relevant in this Group 1 race. This is interesting. It's ebbing and flowing, and I couldn't tell you, even an hour and a half into this race. At the beginning, I said Binko was going to absolutely slap. He's into the pits. He didn't even stay out that long. Hasn't stayed out that much longer. And yeah, I honestly, it's been a turnaround. It really did look like Binko was just going to destroy the field. And now I'm not so sure. With the strategy changes we've seen from Talleyrand and RB, Binko now, and he's gone, less fuel this time. It says racing mediums, but that might change to softs as he exits the pits. Looks like he is sticking to those mediums, but he's put less fuel on, I think. Has he been no, softs. Now, was that a planned strategy all along, or has he had to adapt? Has he had to alter? Because RB is not to be ignored out there at the moment, and nor Talleyrand. Their strategies have been solid. Since going to that soft strategy, it seems to have worked out for them. Binko now onto the softs and onto lesser fuel. If you can't beat them, join them. And Pat is there, but I think he is a lap behind those guys. But he's gone big, fat and medium again. He's gone for a grind. Skyjacker leads from Big Dan. The sun is starting to rise. We have made it through the night. We only had one casualty. Trust me, out there at the moment, they would take that. But we're not talking about that stuff, so I don't want to get in trouble. Because I'm a big scaredy cat. Not as edgy as I'd like to think. Do you know what? If you'd said something by accident online, just because, you know, and then a copper had knocked your door and said, look, you're gonna get into trouble for something you've posted, it's hate speech or something, it'd be so embarrassing going to prison or getting done for something like that. I think I'd wallop the police officers just to try and get a better charge, something to be not proud of, obviously, but something you're not embarrassed to say. Oh, I said someone's turban was dirty and they put me in prison. You know, and it's like, it's just not enough. So you'd slap the copper or something, just so, you know, if someone asks, say, I slapped a copper. Well, Alexa, I didn't ask you to slap a copper for me, did I? I said I'd slap the copper if they were arresting me for an infringement on free speech, because it'd be embarrassing to say you've been to jail for free speech infringement. So you just slap them and then go to jail for slapping a copper, or at least tell people that's why. I don't condone slapping coppers, but if they're going to arrest you over something that's embarrassing, then yeah, you know, I'm just saying it looks cooler. It might be sound cooler. Talleyrand is under pressure. No, he's gone past RB, hasn't he? No, Talleyrand is not under pressure. Talleyrand is the pressure. Going fastest of all as the sun rises and going ahead of the RB, who must be struggling with tyre wear now. He must be feeling it still. Binks out there, fresh set of softs. I think this is the first time he's donned a set of softs. And possibly this is part of his strategy. Maybe he thought whilst the track was cold during the evening, the soft tyres weren't as effective, and that he would just use mediums and heavy tanks of fuel and drive through the night until the dawn breaks, where then he will put on the softs and he will tear it up. But at the moment, Talleyrand is the man tearing everything up. The rule books, that Bugatti could not be driven. And these guys have done great. No one's made no mistakes in the Bugattis. I thought we'd see them going wide all over the place because they're boats. Skyjacker back ahead of Big Dan. I am missing it all. I apologise. There is a lot to watch. But Skyjacker back ahead of Big Dan. These guys have been toing and throwing throughout the night. But it looks like Skyjacker coming out on top. Liam Anfield is the unknown quantity. He's been on a different strategy for a majority of this race. He's keeping track of the leaders, but he does not have the soft tyres to go and attack the leaders. Low high. Oh my gosh, Koikarpa has dropped off a huge amount. Has he pitted? He's pitted, he's put the medium tyres on, he's gone back fat and heavy. He's gone back to original plan. Maybe he thought there was something in that. I said earlier he looked like he was stronger on the medium tyre than he was on the soft. It didn't quite come to him in that Audi. So possibly he's thought, you know what, I'm resetting the programme. We're going back to where we were. We're going back to the start. RB into the pits then. That's Binko up. And my word, I don't know. I don't know how RB can get back into this one. We are in the final stakes of this race. I say the final. We've got 28 laps still, 27 laps. 29, sorry, laps still to go. Still a lot of racing. Binko now gets purples. Trying to go for Talleyrand's fastest lap. Skyjacker ahead of Big Dan. These two have been ferocious in their racing throughout. And it continues still. With Liam Anfield on a different strategy, ready to take the steal. RB back onto a set of mediums, back heavy again. This is blowing my mind. The strategies are all over the show. Is that RB trying to go? No, he's not going to go to the end of the race with that, but he's going for a long way to the end of the race with that. He really is. He's going for, I think he's going to go for a long, horrible stint now. Then try and get as close to the finish as possible. Softs and a lighter car, and just absolutely nail it. So RB, car 86, onto the softer, the slower tyre, heavier car. Talleyrand trying to, now what a turnaround from the beginning of this race, where Binko was 7.5 seconds ahead of Talleyrand, and everything looked like it was all Binko's way. Talleyrand changed stance. He went to soft tyres, low fuels, more pit stops, and somehow, some way, has worked his way ahead of Binko. Binko now on the soft tyres. He's going to go for some real fast stint. He's looking to pick up fastest laps, maybe. Oh, I don't think Liam Anfield noticed the Bugatti coming past. Drifted out wide, and Binko thought, what the hell are you up to, lad? But he has special ferret skills, does the Binks. Ferret man. I don't know what skills ferrets have. They sniff a lot. They can climb up legs, up trouser legs. And they look so cute. So the Binks hunting himself down a Talleyrand at the moment. 8 seconds down the road is Talleyrand's. Fuel and tyres not that much different from him. This is a steal from Talleyrand, it has to be said. And Binko now having to get real serious about it, but he's coming through all the Group 3 cars, all at the wrong time. But he's through. And Talleyrand then, 9 seconds. That's how much time Binko lost with that traffic. Unbelievable stuff. RB 30 odd seconds behind him on a different strategy again. Pat in 4th place. And, he said in the chat there was a mistake made by his pit crew. They put the wrong tyres on, and it seems to have disshelved the programme here for the Louis Vuitton team. Skyjacker going great guns for the Monster Audi against Big Dan's Advan. And, wow. I wouldn't count Big Dan out, and I certainly wouldn't count out Mr. Anfield either, Liam Anfield, who went a different strategy to those around him. Now the sun's coming out and the track's getting a bit warm. You're going to see those soft tyres get cooked. They are certainly going to bubble over and burn out very quickly. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few of them start opting to go back to medium tyres maybe as the track gets warm, like RB has. Pat also opting to get back onto the medium tyres before the track really heats up. You see the two leaders there. Their tyres are cooking. They're definitely cooking faster than they were the stint before. So I am sure that track conditions is affecting some of these tyres. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them put on the mediums, just because the softs might not be dealing very well. Liam Anfield at the moment, he's just ahead of the Pat Bugatti, the Louis Vuitton. Pat in his Louis Vuittons, looking very stylish. Oh yeah, that's the second brew this stream, ladies and gents. Look at that, I am absolutely clogging it now. I have an admittance, I did only wake up sort of like 30-40 minutes before the stream, so I was probably really groggy and moody at the beginning of the stint. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, and I had that weird thing where it kept, do you know what, I was like, a weird thing there where it kept saying I couldn't stream. It kept saying like there were not allowed, 403. I think that's what compounded my paranoia about hate speech. And I thought, I made a few jokes in the last stream, or every time we go to Abu Dhabi, I make jokes about Tuscan Raiders and Tatooine and target practice for Iran and stuff like that. So, but then it's like, the way it works for me as well is like when they say you can't talk about that, I want to talk about it worse. It just eggs me on. So yeah, it was a weird beginning of the stint, the stream, I've got to say. I only just woke up. YouTube wouldn't allow me to stream, just kept coming back saying not allowed. Didn't even say there was a mistake or failure, it just said not allowed. And that got me all sort of like, what do you mean I'm not allowed? What are you talking about, I'm not allowed? Do you know who I am? And yeah, but I'm in the room now. I've just had 2 coffees, a slice Iggy. Oh, Binks is in the pits. That's early. That's well early, very early. Now this is something. This is something, and I can't put my finger on why, when, where, or what. But Talleyrand, it's like, I don't know. Binko stood at the side of the goal and said, "Here, have at it." That's bizarre. It's early. It was way early. He still had half a tank of fuel. He's filled right up. He's got mediums, hasn't he? He's got mediums. He's seeing off the RB. That's how in touch of the game. He knows that Talleyrand isn't the fight, and it's RB that could be the concern. Maybe, I don't know. Medium tyres, full fat, fired up tank, and he's still 30 seconds ahead of the RB. So maybe he's not read something in the RB tea leaves. But the Binks, yeah, started that fast stint and didn't even use all the tyre. Just gave up on the stint altogether. Just decided that is not for me, and he's made the altercation early doors. Wow, interesting. So Talleyrand, has he just stepped into an open goal, or is there a method behind the madness of Binko? Interesting. RB did that same thing earlier. He's 15 seconds behind the Binks now. Pat just running his race. Skyjacker, very much tyre problems for Skyjacker there, I am sure. Big Dan also suffering. Liam Anfield not closing in though. If anything, losing more time. He's lost a huge amount of time to those ahead of him. How? He was about 6 seconds, wasn't he? And now it's up to 14 seconds. Has he had a real bad one this lap? We did see, I'm sure, the Bugattis coming through. 10 seconds. Yeah, he's lost 10 seconds this lap alone, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it. That will do it. My word, he's going to be seething in that car. 10 seconds. An absolute lifetime in racing, ladies and gentlemen. Lawson's career was over in 10 seconds. That's how long 10 seconds is. My good golly gosh. So, I know. And he's still racing, Lawson. Strange that, isn't it? Seems a waste of a Formula One seat. I wanted to like him. So, here we go. Big Dan and Skyjacker pitting at the same time. Now, they've been shadowing each other throughout this race. Liam, he lost that money at the wrong time, didn't he? He lost that 10 seconds just when he really needed that advantage. And has that cost him the win? That one lap. That one lap could be curtains for the Porsche Red Bull driver. We will see. Skyjacker ahead of the Big Dan. He's on a set of softs with 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Big Dan again, 3/4 of a tank of fuel and soft tyres, both of them carrying on the way. Pat's in the pits. And he seems to be... There's nothing happening. So maybe it's PP time for Pat. Off to the loo. Talleyrand leads. 36 seconds on the Binks. The Binks making a reverse maneuver in this race. And getting out of dodge on that strategy. And coming in, putting medium tyres on. And giving up a lot of time to Talleyrand. In the meantime, interesting. It's so bizarre. I still haven't seen the method to the madness yet, and I'm gonna have to run off and get a charger for my iPad because I've just had the "you're running out of juice" message. And RB 15 seconds behind the Binks. Who can say what's going to happen? Liam Anfield leads the Group 3 cars, but he's still got a pit stop ahead of him where Sky and Big Dan have recently pitted, but I don't think... Oh, no, they're not going to go 40 minutes on that. So I think there is another pit stop. Talleyrand trying to cut his way through these Group 3 traffic, and we know that it's the wrong place, this part of the track, to catch up with Group 3 cars. He's got his way through. Binko is a pit stop behind Talleyrand at the moment. RB, half a pit stop behind Binko. And Pat sitting behind them. He's back out on track again. New mediums. I reckon he needed PP. Liam Anfield. Oh, there's been some typing, has there? Box, says Ian. That's Skyjacker. So Skyjacker just keeping his toe in. He just likes to keep in contact. He's meant to be racing. He's leading a race. No, he's not. He's second in the race. And he's fanny arsing around on YouTube. What? What are you doing? Priorities, sir. Right, yeah, I'm going to go and get a battery because I won't be able to see chat like golden nuggets like Ian, Skyjacker telling me when he's pitting. Hello. Yes, we're charging again. We were down to 8%. It just jumped up to 9, but we were down to 8. I think it was 7 actually. Must have jumped up 2. Right then, how are we doing then? Talleyrand is leading the group ones. We are 20 laps to go. Should be about 35 minutes. Talleyrand 40 seconds on the Binks. The Binks has been very strong. He looked like a very strong contender. Looked like Talleyrand had to change tack early in the race. He knew he couldn't beat Binks on a set of medium tyres, so he started going in and going for very low fuel, half tank fuels with soft tyres, and has done very well to get up and against the Binks. The Binks pulling out in the first stint alone, nearly 7.5 seconds, and he lost a few seconds through to getting past GT3 cars. So I think Talleyrand thought about it, thought I can't beat him at this level. So he dipped into the pits, he put softs on, half tanked it, and chased down the Binks. And he's been a thorn in the Binks' side ever since. Now the Binks has stuck to his fat car medium tyres, and this strategy will win out. It doesn't matter what Talleyrand does. But then he changed. Oh, he changed. You've changed, Binko. He changed his strategy. He went soft tyres, but then it's like he second thought himself. He didn't even really cut into the tyres. They were barely red. And he was back in again and filling up and putting mediums on. But in the meantime, he lost nearly 30 seconds. He was within 10 seconds of Talleyrand. He lost 30 seconds to Talleyrand with that pit stop, but Talleyrand is setting up to do a pit stop soon. So the Binko, I'm sure he's hoping this is going to come back to him. RB, 17 seconds. He's lost a bit of time to the Binks as well. He also went to the soft tyre half tank strategy, but then his last stop, he put mediums on and filled up. So interesting stuff. Pat's been sticking to the mediums full strategy. I think he did 1 softs, maybe during the night. They did it a lot during the night. Liam Anfield has stuck to the mediums and heavy car. He's still leading this race. He's still got fuel. Skyjacker and Big Dan second and third on the soft tyres, and I'd say they're taking time out of each other, but they don't seem to be. I think their racing has been very controlled. They are in a chat together, and I think they've more worked. They've worked together in a way of racing that they're not costing each other time. I think they're very close on track without actually, we haven't seen Skyjacker having to brake or late brake to try and save a position. I think when the position's lost, the position's lost. They've not fought for it too hard. They've just kept their mind that they can't lose the time on the track from racing each other. So it's been fun between the two of them, but it's not until near the end of the race that racing is going to really become real. At the moment, they are close together, Big Dan, and I think they're kind of using each other. The users been using each other for tows and for fuel save situations. So Skyjacker and Big Dan racing and working together at the same time. It's been a beautiful relationship out there. Low High is ahead. He's been struggling against Koikarp for a majority. Oh, Koikarp looking slow. Koikarp on auto drive, it looks like. But yeah, Koikarp, he was staying ahead quite well. He was holding on to that third, but he went to the soft tyres as well, and I think it ended up costing him. I think he ended up losing a bit of time on the soft tyres, not looking as comfortable. Liam is in to the pits. That will give Skyjacker the lead back. After 2 hours of racing, they're still swapping the lead around. So Skyjacker then back into the lead. Big Dan into second. Low High just a little too far back as Liam Anfield leaves the pits, back on track. Medium tyres, only half a tank. Is that half a tank enough to get him to the end of the race? If so, that means Skyjacker and Big Dan won't have to pit again. They'll have some ropey tyres come the end of the race. But still, at the moment, they've got 12.5 seconds on Liam Anfield. No, Liam Anfield has gone to the soft tyre. Half a tank of fuel. Is that all he needs to get to the end of this race? Talleyrand is into the pits. Talleyrand is into the pits. Man alive, he's on vapours. Absolute vapours there. Thank God he's the first pit box. Binko, 42 seconds. It's not a pit stop. Talleyrand's going to get out ahead, and this could be his last stint. My gosh. And there'll be a major debrief in the Binko camp there, because even I am not doing the math on this one. Binko has done great lap times throughout, has been consistent. He has had all the ingredients to take the race win, but I'm not sure he's going to get it. Talleyrand. Oh, Talleyrand's put a lot of fuel in this one. He's sending this one all the way, so that makes me think, well, unless the Bugatti uses a lot more fuel, which he probably does, than the Group 3 cars. He's got medium tyres, heavy tank to finish this one off. He's only 5 seconds ahead of a lighter Binko, but is that enough fuel to get Binko to the end of the race? And if it is, why did Talleyrand put that much fuel in? Which leads me to believe that probably isn't enough fuel to get to the end of this race. My word. RB on similar fuel loads as Binko. Has Talleyrand over-egged his pit stop? Pat. There's only a handful of laps to go. Less than 30 minutes on the clock. Skyjacker, half a tank of fuel. Big Dan, half a tank of fuel. Liam Anfield's only put half a tank of fuel on at the end of the race. Low high is just over half a tank of fuel and fresh set soft tyres. Koikap, I think, is he's back in the room, but it looked like he needed to pause for a lap or two, and that has lost him a humongous amount of time on low high. Talleyrand then, medium tyres, fat car all the way. Binko hunting him down, 4.7 seconds adrift after 71 laps. 17 laps of this race to go. Question marks over Binko and RB's fuel because Talleyrand has put so much fuel in. But has Talleyrand just overfueled? Has he just... But Talleyrand has used a lot more fuel. He does use more fuel than the Binks. So maybe that's what Talleyrand needs to get to the end of the race, but Binko can do it on half a tank. Who knows? But at the moment, the Binks is just under 5 seconds behind Talleyrand, but he's closing in. He's pulling in tenths here and there. RB in third place. He was effective. He did get the fastest lap. He did start hustling him in the lead, and I don't know. Again, another one that just sort of maybe went to the medium tyres a little too early, and has put himself into a bit of a tough position. Pat on the medium tyres. He's been grinding for a while now. Can he get to the end on that? Skyjacker leads from Big Dan, and Liam some 10 seconds behind them, guys. He's really going to have to hope that the tyres go on Skyjacker and Big Dan. They've done a fair few laps on them before Liam Anfield put his brand new softs on, and we saw from Big Dan and Skyjacker they did tear their tyres up. They're both trying to get a sneaky toe off of the Bugatti of Pat. See Skyjacker quickly check his rear view mirrors, see how much of a threat Big Dan is, and he isn't. Now these two, I don't know. No, they're going to have to look after them tyres if they want them to get to the end. It'll be a tough one. 73. So they're nearly 10 laps, bar one. So 9 laps. They're 9 laps behind, so they'll be finishing on lap 79 at this point. So that means they have only got 13 laps to go. Hey, look at me doing math on the fly, ladies and gents. I can't do that when I'm driving, though. So Talleyrand's on lap 73. Recently pitted, put the medium tyres on. He's pulled out a bit more time on Binko, wasn't it? 4 seconds, and now it's up to 6. So I don't know if Binko made a small mistake this lap, giving up a bit of time to Talleyrand. Again, I honestly don't know. I am bewildered by the Group 1 strategies. Who's right, who's wrong? So Binko hasn't given up a lot. He's only half a second. So Talleyrand absolutely pushing the limits in his Bugatti. And RB, 18 seconds adrift. I don't know where that time's lost, because he was in there with them. And Pat, it seemed his race was derailed when he put the wrong tyres on earlier on in the race, and now he's just been chasing his tail. Skyjacker leads the Group 3 cars. We thought Liam Anfield had it in the bag earlier. Then we questioned it because Liam Anfield went on a bit of a wacky strategy. But then it's back again, I'm sure. But no, Skyjacker and Big Dan have maintained that lead ahead of Liam Anfield. We did see Liam Anfield did lose 10 seconds, though. He would have been in that fight. RB into the pits. So half a tank of fuel in the Bugatti may not be enough. Talleyrand obviously was right with that full tank. Does that mean that Binko needs to make another stop before the end, or is he just going to squeeze that tank out? No, look, he hasn't put fuel in. He just wanted fresher tyres. RB not fueling up, just wanting, maybe he wants the fastest lap before the end of the race. He's put softs on, and maybe RB knows the podium is the only way for him. He's not going to catch up the two leaders, so maybe he's just put some soft tyres on for a bit of fun at the end of the race, and to try and grab himself a fastest lap, just to walk away with something. Talleyrand at the moment has gone for a safe strategy for the last stint. Medium tyres, nice and consistent. Softs can be a little inconsistent when you're driving with them. I mean, I've heard that if you remember back in the GT Sport days, there was purples, which were super softs, and I've heard that the softs in GT7 are based on the super softs. Mediums are like which I don't believe, because there's no grip on those medium tyres, so I wouldn't buy into that. But I do find that the softs can be quite unpredictable in the racing softs. I mean, sometimes giving you lots of grip, and then the next lap no grip, and then they come back again. But I don't follow heats, so maybe some lofts and stuff cool them down too much. But the medium tyre, nice and consistent. You kind of know what you're going to get, and that looks like what Talleyrand wants to finish this race on. The Binks. Is he got to squeeze the fuel up? Well, he doesn't, because RB's been into the pits and he definitely hasn't put fuel on. So Talleyrand, he really did. He did hefty up on the fuel there. Pat in 4th place. Now Skyjacker, half a tank of fuel. The tyres are starting to get chewed up. Big Dan really is starting to chew his tyres up. Liam Anfield starting to draw them in. He's starting to slowly eke his way up to the battle. Group 3 cars, 66 laps. We said they're going to probably finish on, what, 79? Lap 79. And Skyjacker at the moment, he'll be just trying to nurse. Oh, he's gone in. He's gone in. Big Dan also going in. Is Liam going to stay out? Is he going to stay out? He does, I believe. He does stay out. I mean, his tyres are fresh as a daisy. It's just if it's something to do with getting to the end of the race, you think he would to stay with these guys. So Liam Anfield, and it's not a lot of fuel on that. I think Liam may have to make another pit stop. Skyjacker, half a tank of fuel, looks like a fresh set of softs. Half a tank of fuel and a fresh set of softs from Skyjacker and Big Dan. Liam Anfield then Oh, I would have been so tempted to put his tyres are so fresh, his car's light, and maybe he feels he can pull out a bit of a lead. He's 10 seconds ahead of Skyjacker already, but Skyjacker's going to be hitting that track like it owes him money. And yes, race on. Talleyrand, is this it? 7 seconds ahead of the Binks. And the Binks 42.8 last time around. Talleyrand a 42.5, so he's slightly faster than Binko at this point. And what a turnaround from the very first part of this race. It was the other way round with Binko leading on the medium tyre. No, was it medium? Yeah, they all started on the mediums, I believe. Except for Pat, who started on the softs. So Talleyrand has had a busy race, and it was done tactically, you have to be said. RB, he pitted, he didn't, you could tell he knew he wasn't going to crack the top two, and I think he is chasing himself a fastest lap before the end of the race. Talleyrand a 40.3. RB did have a fastest lap at some point in this race. Let's see how he's doing here. He's 9/10 down on his fastest, so he's not doing it in this lap. Liam Anfield leads the race. Quarter of a tank of fuel, though. That's not going to be enough, is it? It looks like we've got 11 laps for these boys. And he's got 11 seconds on Skyjacker. Half a tank they fancy gets you to the end of the race. Big Dan, 2.4 seconds. All throughout this race, he's been very close to Skyjacker, but now in this last stint, looks like Skyjacker has dropped the pedal. He is leaving him behind. Low high in 4th place. I have information on these. Is this low? I don't think it is Low High's first endurance race. I missed a few. I was in exile. Not exiled from them. I self-exiled myself from the Virtual Racers Club. So I haven't kept up with what went on with their 24-hour races, but they do eat. Pat has given me an amazing little write-up over everyone. Not that one. A Low High. 3rd VRC 2.5 endurance entry. His best qualifying was overall pole at Monza in 2024. Other qualifying results were 3rd and 5th in Group 4 class at Suzuka 25. And his best result was 3rd overall at Monza 24 Group 1s. 3rd in Group 4 class at Suzuka. So he's probably not going to be too happy. This is probably his worst result so far in his 2.5 hour racing. Being out of the podium. It seems like he's been in the podium all of the other races. So a Low High not going his way. Talleyrand 12 seconds on the Binks now. Binks lost a bit of time this lap, it seems. Wait for a second. Well, no, he lost 3 seconds last lap. Look at that, 46.7. Is it the cramps, Binks? I'm telling you, those foot cramps are real. Pat in 4th. He beat Bazza today, and he beat Matt Psycho. So Pat, he can walk away with this. Pinning them ones. Liam Anfield still leads, but I tell you, that fuel hasn't gone down much. 10 laps still to go for these guys. Skyjacker 11 seconds adrift of the lead. Big Dan hunting him down. He was 2.5 seconds. He's pulled a second back on Skyjacker now. So Big Dan still fancies a fight for that 2nd/1st place. But we don't know what's happening with the Liam Anfield at the moment. L. Williams has always been a big player in this race. Has been a little I wouldn't say sneaky, but you know, he's been kept it low on the low down. He's been on the medium tyres, full tank fuel, just ticking off the laps until the end, where he put some softs on and he came alive again. And the low high saying too much ACC. That low high. Is that what goes on? You're out of practice with the GT7. Talleyrand then. 11 seconds on the Binks. RB. Has he got anywhere near that fastest lap yet? Not yet. Oh, this is the one. This is the one RB's been working up to. We'll stick with it. What's he got in front of him? Has he got a GT3 car in front? He's got a Liam Anfield in front of him, but he should maybe get past him before the straight ends. He is. That's worked out nicely. A little slipstream into the braking zone with the Bugatti. It's not its finest moment in the corners. Is the Bugatti, as you can see him fighting it to get round that corner. RB then popped in, sacrificed an 18-second deficit against Binko to put on soft tyres, so he can 3/10 off of his fastest lap time so far. And yeah, the GT3 cars probably, the slipstream I know he would have picked up, but still it's the distraction of the other cars around you. And RB then still trying to smash out those that fastest lap time at the end. This time again, he'll give it another go. Talleyrand 12 seconds ahead of the Binks, and the Binks probably managing his car at this point. They've got 8 laps left. The leaders, all top 3 on the lead lap. Pat, a few laps down. I think he sat in the pits for a lap or two. Liam Anfield, lap 71. I think they're going to finish on lap 70. Well, what's he behind? 9 laps, yeah. So we thought 79. He hasn't been lapped again yet. So Liam Anfield should be finishing on lap 79. The tyres are looking used. Skyjacker and Big Dan, they still nice and fresh, and they are closing in again. It was 12 seconds. And Liam Anfield, he may have to fight for this one, because Skyjacker and Big Dan are closing in on the Red Bull Porsche. So Liam Anfield, I don't know what he can do really. 56, 57.1 last time around. Skyjacker at 55.7. That is 2 seconds faster. So Liam Anfield could be in danger. He's 1.9 down again on his own fastest lap time, which he did in this stint with a 55.0. So great stuff from Liam Anfield, but the tyres might be against him come the end of this race. We think about 8 laps left for Liam Anfield there. He's leading, but losing time hand over fist. He'll be hoping that these guys wreck their tyres in the next lap or two, that they wreck them trying to catch him, which I have seen before. I've seen that happen, that they get fresher tyres on, but they wreck them trying to chase them down. And Skyjacker 6.5 seconds, another 55.4 for Skyjacker. Big Dan as well, 55.8. Liam Anfield 57s, keeping the tyres together. He's giving up a bit of time where he can, I suppose. I reckon this is totally tactical by the Liam Anfield. I think he knows he's going to give up a little bit of time. Get in that car, because every time it drives past, it looks like it's got water on the windscreen. It doesn't, though. It's so bizarre. But every time it drives past, it's like freckles on the windscreen. Talleyrand leads, 12 seconds. Everything is going well. 6 laps to go. We are at 2 hours and 20 minutes, six laps. It's about 12 minutes. Yeah, it's probably just over 2.5 hours. I think originally it was 86 laps. They extended it 2 laps. Binko, 12 seconds off, and this one, I think Binko's going to have to go through the replay and really dig in where this race was lost. And was it Talleyrand going to that strategy with the soft tyres and the medium? I think Binko, I don't know, because these guys are so much better than me in strategy and in racing. So it's tough for me to criticise. I think he should have stuck it out with the soft tyres. I think he pitted too early on that one. I think he should have just seen that one to the end of its stint. I don't know why. I know he was going to pit either way, but it just seemed like a waste of a good set of soft tyres that he could have probably got some good lap times with. It just seemed an early reaction. And I don't know. Maybe he would have been closer to Talleyrand come the end of the race. Not taking anything away from Talleyrand's drive, though. That was stunning and unbelievable. RB 40.8, still not quite there on the fastest lap, but he's got darned close, hasn't he, ladies and gents? I think his tyres may be a little too ruffled now, but we'll see. We'll see what his next lap time is. But he's definitely chasing. He's got the podium in the bag. So now he's just chasing a fastest lap for his own pure enjoyment, I imagine. Wide, but he's still on the curb. Good. Oh, 1.5 off. And Pat bringing it on home. He's come across an Audi along on his travels. 4 seconds between Skyjacker and Liam Anfield. Interesting. Liam Anfield's fuel is so low. Flow Rider wrote a song about it. He really did. Low. All the teeth in the band and in the hand. So, yeah, Liam Anfield, it'll be a wonder he can get that fuel to the end. I'd be stunned. I'd be amazed. Skyjacker, let's have a look at their fuels. See, they've still got a quarter of a tank of fuel on board. We've still got a good 6 laps to go. Liam Anfield, man, I'm concerned about your fuel tank, sir. For the record. I think that's why he's doing 2 seconds off his own best. I think he's trying to fuel save. But what are you going to do when Skyjacker's on your rear derriere? You're not going to be able to fuel save anymore. Lap 74. And the faces look concerned in the Porsche garage. Let's just say that. In the Red Bull Porsche garage, Anna Schmidt is looking rather worried. Talleyrand, no worried faces in their garage. At the moment, they are. I've already seen the crate of champagne come out. They're not even concealing it. They're not even pretending. They've got their 20, what are we, 25? We've done 25, haven't we? We're in 26 now. Yeah, we're in 2026, I'm sure of it. It's terrible that I have had this blank. And my calendar isn't helping me, just telling me months. I don't want to know months, I want to know years, man. Where are we? 26. I knew we were in 26. Yeah, they've already got the 2026 2.5 Yaz Marina t-shirts on in the Bugatti garage. Sorry. The miserable cat wants to come and tell me how miserable they are. So Talleyrand 12 seconds on the Binks. RB did all right to pull some time back on the Binks, though. He was about 30 seconds adrift. So, yeah, he's hundredth off his own fastest. His own fastest is still nearly half a second off of the fastest lap. He needs to be getting purples. I think his tyres are too far gone now, though. Possibly. I think, you know, when his rubber was the freshest, he had a lot of GT3 cars in his way. And I think that's what slowed down that progress on a fastest lap. Liam Anfield then 1.6 seconds and the fuel is flashing. Lap 75. I predicted they've got to go till lap 79. He is going to have to make a pit stop. He must do. Oh, heartbreak in the Porsche team. They are forming a queue to run a train on Hannah Schmidt now. She is going to be as used as Bonnie Blue by the end of this race. They're all wanting to tear a hole. Liam Anfield, just shy of the calculator. I mean, he still might get there. I mean, where are we? He's halfway through lap 75. He's got another 4 laps to do. I can't see that's going to work on a flashing fuel tank. So, yeah, I'm sure he's going to have to make a pit stop. He's going to have to make a pit stop, handing the lead to Skyjacker. It's inevitable. Binko trying to make his way through this traffic at this very time, and he doesn't go in. Liam Anfield stays out on a wing and a prayer. The back end stepping out on the Porsche. Skyjacker within a second now. Big Dan's dropped off a lot. Big Dan dropping off a cliff from Skyjacker. He has been within a second or two the whole race. And Liam Anfield probably doesn't want Binko to go by. He would like the buffer of a Bugatti betwixt himself and Skyjacker, who is coming in very strong indeed. And Skyjacker looking to want to take a win here. I am pretty sure I know Liam Anfield has had wins in the 2.5 hour races before, but with Skyjacker I am not so sure. Liam Anfield, it's his 7th VRC. Skyjacker getting out of that one. 2.5 hour endurance entry. First 2.5 hours since Nürburgring GP23. He's had poles and he's won at Le Mans 21 and won a Group 3 class win at Spa 2021. At the moment, still leading this race somehow. It looked like Skyjacker got very kind there. Skyjacker, this is probably his 25th, 11th VRC 2.5 hour endurance entry. He's had a pole at Le Mans 21. He's also had pole positions in Group 4 class at Suzuka 22. 3 other times to qualify 3rd in class. His best race results, he's had a Group 4 class win at Suzuka 2022. 3rd overall on 3 occasions, Le Mans and Suzuka. Also 3rd in Group 4 class Nürburgring. So this is going to match. It's going to be his 2nd win, possibly. Possibly, and I can't see how Liam Anfield will hold him off for any more in this race. Lap 77 of 88. We think these guys are going to go lap 79. I think Liam Anfield's going to run. He's just going to run the fuel out. He's just going to burn that Porsche until there's no fuel in it, and then crawl to the finish line. I don't know. He's trying to block the Skyjacker from coming through. And Skyjacker's fuel is now flashing. Maybe this is closer than I thought. Lap 87 of 88 for Talleyrand. 17 seconds on the Binko. Summers moved. Skyjacker's through. Skyjacker's through. And Liam Anfield, oh my word, the fuel is out. I'm sure of it. Will he pit on the final lap? Wow, the pain. The pain of, just a little bit more fuel, sir. Talleyrand then. And the Binks. These guys ended up quite spaced out, although RB really did put up a bit of a fight to try and close in on second place there in the end. And Talleyrand starts his final lap, 17 seconds in the lead. The Binks in second, RB in third, Pat in fourth for the Group 1 cars. Skyjacker takes the lead. Big Dan already passed. Liam is crawling. Liam Anfield is crawling around in the Porsche. It has ran out of fuel. Where is Lohai? Sorry, we'll flush all of the cars. Lohai, he might be a lap behind, you know, he can't. So Liam can't get any worse than third place, but he's got to stay on track to get it. Talleyrand, 18 seconds. He had loads of fuel. He did overfuel, didn't he? He had us guessing, though, the little trickster. My word, he had me thinking that Binko and RB didn't have enough fuel. But, yeah, Talleyrand overfueling for the last session. That's how confident he was. And the Binks, unbelievable. Really did think he was a shoo-in for the win. He did play it down in the messages midweek to me, when I obviously bigged him up in qualifying and said it was going to be a shoey. And he was like, no, I've finished. The last time I raced with Talleyrand and RB, I finished behind him. Where Liam goes into the pits. Lohai still too far behind. Skyjacker and Big Dan on their final laps. Can Big Dan close in on the Skyjacker? It doesn't look like it. He looks like he's too far behind. And here he is, the man, the moment, the mystery. Talleyrand takes that win. Fantastic stuff. Unbelievable. What other cars we got in between? Is that Pat? Where is the finish line? Not there. I've lost the finish line. God's sakes, where's Binks? There's the finish line. Binko brings it home in second with RB not quite getting that fastest lap in the end, but a great drive for a podium finish. Who's next? It's got to be Williams, isn't it? Who's crossing that pitting line? I don't know. Someone else has crossed it. Oh, it was Lohai, sorry, in fourth. Is Skyjacker next? No, someone else just crossed it, for God's sakes. Be Koi Kart, wasn't it? There's someone ahead of Skyjacker. Who's that? Is it Koi? Yeah, there we go. Koi in fifth. Skyjacker then takes the win. Great drive. Big Dan in second. And Liam Anfield, what a shame. What a shame. Is he going to get the fastest lap? I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of the fastest laps of the Group 3 cars. In all fairness, Pat has finished in... Oh, no, he hasn't quite finished yet. He will be before Liam, though. So Pat, coming home fourth in the Group 1s. Beat Bazza, beat the Psycho. So it's got to be good. It's got to be good. And there goes Pat. Crossing the line for fourth place, and Liam Anfield on that podium. Oh, what a shame. What a shame for Liam Anfield. One lap short of fuel. Heartbreak in the Red Bull camp, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute distraughtness. And there you go, Liam Anfield slowing down. Take a boo, my son. I imagine he doesn't really want to, though. And you too, RB, take a boo. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't that just something? And there you go, Talleyrand up on the top step. God knows how many he's won. I've not even looked. So let's have a little look at those results then. Overall, we'll get to see who was the fastest Group 3 runner. Talleyrand then, fastest lap and the winner. 20 seconds ahead of Binko. And if you'd asked me 2.5 hours ago if that is the way I thought it was going to line up, I would have said no. I honestly thought Binko had this one wrapped up. So Talleyrand, that's a stunning turnaround. RB in third, with Pat coming home in fourth. Then in the Group 3 category, we've got Skyjacker in the Audi, proving that the Porsche is not OP at all. And Skyjacker then, after that early spin as well, we thought it was curtains for him, but came back, and he was the fastest man with a 54.8 ahead of Big Dan's 55.0, and Liam Anfield's 55.0 as well. They were tight times, weren't they? Low high as well, 55.4. Very tight times in the Group 3s. That was stunning. That was brilliant. So Skyjacker takes the win ahead of Big Dan, and Liam Anfield, the pain of endurance racing, 1 lap shy of fuel. What a shame for him. Comes home in third, though. Low high, a good, strong drive for 8th in the Ferrari. Ahead of Koikarp, who finished in, well, not 8th, sorry. Let me count. 4th for Low High, 5th for Koikarp, 6th for Jokers, who didn't quite get to the checkered flag. So, Big Skyjacker saying, wow, that was a head. And Skyjacker saying, can't wait to watch this back. Oh, I don't know, I was a bit tired. And Skyjacker saying, well done to the gaffer. Pat saying, a lonely race after the first stop, but still happy with that. And Pat saying, great comms. I'm not sure. I've been better, I'm sure. Too scared of free speech anymore to say anything, especially when we're in places like Abu Dhabi. Anyway, so yeah, let's do Villeneuve next. I don't know, Canadians have got a good sense of humour. You can say anything you want about them. But I can sing Blame Canada all the way through it. So yes. Middle East are not known for their sense of humour, are they? Talleyrand wins as well as Skyjacker. Great stuff. Great racing. I enjoyed that. It was more like tactical with Talleyrand and Binko, and even with Liam Anfield going a different way with the tactics as well. It was interesting. It was interesting to follow, and a great race. So a huge thank you to the Virtual Racers Club for all the organising and putting together of this race and these events. It takes a village, I tell you. Thank you to all our pilots that absolutely have given their bladders a run for their money this evening for 2.5 hours of constant racing. There's going to be some head hurts tomorrow, some racing hangovers. But they've all done absolutely superb. Great driving from everyone involved. And a huge thank you to you guys out there that have watched this and interacted with it and liked it and commented on it. You don't have to, but I appreciate it. And I do try and answer. I haven't answered comments for a bit because I've been busy. But I do try and reply, and I don't use the AI reply. It always gives you the offer of the AI reply, and I say, sod you AI, I can answer for myself, and then I try and keep it down to as minimum as possible. So yeah, huge thank you to you, everyone out there. And well, oh, Talleyrand, was it Talleyrand that said it before? No, it was Andrew. I think it was Low High that said too much ACC. Talleyrand saying, thanks, Thingy. It was an absolute pleasure. Jacques Villeneuve next. Hey, that'll be fun.
Good night, big man. Love you.
Just in the Porsches, the 911 Porsche. That'd be something. And Skyjack saying, good night, big man. Yes, it's late. You lot have a nice, pleasant evening. Okay, no more to say, except for Turu. And as important as ever, never forget, peace and love. Peace and love.